Hey guys, Heidi Easley here at Texas Art and Soul, and I'm excited. We have Mandy Shawley here today, and we are going to be talking about how her and her daughter are doing Facebook Lives together. So welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so tell us a little bit about, first off, tell us where they can find you, and then tell us how this started with you and your daughter, your sweet daughter, doing Facebook Lives.
Okay, so my paint party or my Facebook Live, it would be Color Me Happy Paint Party. And so before, all of the quarantine thing happened, obviously we were doing paint parties. And then when everything kind of shifted and changed, we started to do paint kits. And then from there, I was getting a little bit nervous because I didn't know if I would be able to continue that because of not being able to get out to get supplies or things like that. So, you're always challenging us to think outside the box. And so I kept trying to think of different ways that I could still have my page be engaged and not get lost in the shuffle of things and just kind of fade away. So my 4-year-old daughter and I started doing crafts. And so we just find things that we have in our house that would be easily accessible for anybody to gather. And we just have been doing crafts. We try to do it 3 to 4 times a week, and we take Saturday and Sunday off because my husband is still working. So we want to make sure that we have family time. Mm-hmm. So we do it throughout the week, and then we just share all the fun things. And it's definitely brought some great post and engagement on our page. So we're having fun.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, so paint parties, the future of paint parties. We have in-person paint parties, which Mandy was doing before, the world shut down with the coronavirus. And then there's art kits, which you can make money selling art kits. And then there's Facebook Lives. And the reason for Facebook Lives creates engagement so that you can eventually do online paint parties or pretty much whatever you want to do. So I love this interview with Mandy because her and her 4-year-old decided to go for it. So tell us, because I know, like you said, I pushed y'all out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Tell us how you felt when you first started your Facebook Lives. Were you terrified? And
yes.
How are you now? Are you getting better? Are you feeling more confident?
I feel like my voice was so shaky and my hands were shaking, but it helped a little bit because I had her sitting on my lap so that we could kind of engage people and stuff when we were talking about the paint kits. And so immediately I just started thinking, oh my gosh, everyone is going to be stuck at home. What could we do to help with this? So as I'm talking, I felt like my voice was kind of quivering, but we just kept pushing through, and she kind of took some of the limelight off. So that eased me. And then we just kept going. And so from that point on, we've done both lives and videos because I kind of gauge her and how she's going about her day. So if I feel like it's going to be kind of just a rambunctious day, sometimes I'll just video it and then I'll put it on there because sometimes I have to edit quite a lot because she's just so all over the place. And then there's other times when I feel like, okay, could be a smooth day. She seems a little chilled or whatever, then we'll do a live. But all of it's been great, and it's bringing lots of engagements and stuff. So it's just been awesome.
That's so cool. Okay, so I am so proud of you because a lot of people don't realize the potential that's online. And I always say, I'm like, y'all should be doing Facebook Lives, make sure there's reasons for it. And I think sometimes until we know about we don't know what we don't know. So, when we're doing just in-person paint parties, and I think it's really been brought to the forefront now of, oh my gosh, like an in-person paint party could potentially be canceled. Right. I'm not immune to that just because I've been doing paint parties for over 10 years. My in-person paint party calendars got canceled just like the next person. And so I think it's so awesome to see you instead of being scared, and you were still scared and you still did it, and I
still did it.
Yeah, you still did it. And I think that's the difference between people who are going to be successful and the people who are not. We do things scared all the time. And it's that repetition of doing things even when you're scared. And so the other beauty that people aren't realizing that Mandy is doing right now is because she's going live so much, Facebook tracks, whether you like it or not, tracks everything. So there's, a whole data on engagement. So if she ever wants to take this to the next level, run Facebook ads to people who have viewed her and her sweet daughter, she could run Facebook ads to something else that she wants to do or
Right.
possibly sell online. So can you speak a little bit about how this has kind of opened up your world, thinking maybe the future of what your paint parties are going to look like?
Yeah. It's just been kind of, I feel like there's like a whole new horizon now that I can even just touch base on. The paint kits, I feel like that could go so far, even with just paint kits. You could do birthday paint kits. So someone's like looking for a last minute birthday gift. If you have those things on hand, then, you now can sell those things. And then now everyone's looking at this craft ideas and whatnot. Maybe instead of having a paint party per se, maybe you can just have a get together that's nothing but crafts, and you can pull all the little kids together. And so you can just target all different age groups now, and there can be just different facets of, your paint party business.
Yeah, and it's so exciting too because you're not just limited by your local community.
Right.
Now you can reach people, worldwide, even United, if you just want to do United States or whatever. And you also had the news reach out. What's that about?
Yeah. So, we had the news reach out to us a couple days ago, and actually we were just getting my daughter and I were just getting ready to do the video of a craft that we were doing that day. So I had my phone, it was on my stand, it was getting ready, and all of a sudden it popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll hurry up and read it real quick. And I saw that her name is Maggie. So I saw the name Maggie, and I obviously, it's a local news station. I was like, so I hurry up and opened it up, and it said that, we noticed that you were doing Facebook Lives, doing crafts and trying just to spread some joy and doing some great things. So we're doing something about it's Maggie's moments. And so she's like, we are trying to do a collaboration of all these different things that people are doing during this time to kind of just spread some joy. So she was like, would you do an interview? And I was like, I was shaking so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, this is amazing. So I was like, yeah, so we just did our interview, and it aired last night at 5 p.m. And of course, my Facebook has been blowing up all day today. And it's obviously another great way to get us out and known, so to speak, so that we can do other things, So now I have all kinds of people reaching out and saying, this is great. I didn't know what to do with my kid. Now I know some activities that we can do, so kind of spreading the horizon of not just painting, but doing some crafts and other things.
Yeah, and you never know where that's going to lead, and this paint party adventure, like sometimes it takes people to one step and they make some money, and then it like evolves into something totally different,
Right,
so
right.
it's so cool. So are you doing all of your Facebook Lives from your business page or your personal page?
I'm doing it all from my business page, and then I share it to my personal page. That way, because I have different followings, obviously from different pages. So it's actually like been really great, because then people are starting to like follow a little bit more that may not have on my actual personal page, because maybe the paint part of it didn't really like apply to them, but now this kind of does. So it's all correlating in so many different ways. So I'm actually doing it on my paint party and then site, and then I do it to my personal. Yeah.
So proud of you. Good girl. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So Maggie moment. So how did Maggie do it in the interview?
It was so awesome. So we had, obviously because change of time, so we had to do it via Facebook Messenger video call. And so she just asked me questions about the paint party business, and how I started out, and then how it transitioned into doing these crafts. And I was like, I'm just trying to bridge the gap right now, because everyone's like, it was like, bam, you're stuck at home. What do you do? And I love to teach. I'm actually a pre-K teacher. So I teach 4 and 5-year-olds right before kindergarten. So I love to teach. So I was like, okay, so what can I do? I love to teach. I love art. Put it together. There we go. So I told her, I was like, I just wanted to spread some joy too. So, my daughter, Ava, she's a hoot, and everybody just loves, listening to her daily. And so I just thought this is just a great way to spread joy and just go about our day, but yet not get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. Okay, so your 4-year-old daughter's name is Ava. And
Yes.
the segment was Maggie Moments. Is that what that is?
Yes, the segment was called Maggie's Moments, and then so we were able to do our interview to show what we're showcasing to spread some joy.
That is so cool. I mean, that's the thing about Facebook Lives, and I'm just like, when people keep going, oh, I'll do it, but I won't do it. I just want to shake them. I'm like, I know it's scary. So what could you tell somebody out there that's like, I know we should be doing Facebook Lives, especially in this arts and crafts and all of that creative, because I am so sick of the starving artist mentality.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
there's many, many opportunities for us crafty, creative artist people if we will get out of our own way. So what kind of advice would you give them?
Just to, I mean, if you want it, you'll go get it. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, just like, don't let fear stop you, and just, and I'm pulling up my page insights here. And just within the last 7 days, the post reach is 2,328. My post engagements is 924, and I have 9 new post likes. Now, mind you, I just said I'm coming from a very small town, so this is huge for me, by saying these numbers. Like, obviously some other people have like huge followings or whatever. I think I'm up to 434, I think, or something like that on my page, which is huge for me because I think I should know this. I think it's like 3,700 that we have in Little Tipton here. So, but we have some bigger towns outside of that, cities and whatnot. But like, I just don't let anything hold you back. Fear just can really grip you. Don't let that grip you.
Well, and if you don't mind, just show people your insights. Like, just show. So insights right there, guys. Those are the last 7 days. Thank you so much. The reason I wanted you to show that is because anytime you're tracking something, it grows because you're seeing it grow. And then you go do a Facebook Live with your sweet Ava, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, like more people saw it. And then that's the power of doing these things online, is because once you start to like realize, okay, it's like cause and effect. I do this and there's an effect that happens.
Right.
I do this can happen. And then there's so much as you learn, as you grow, and as you start to think, okay, what if I did a Facebook ad and targeted, the United States in a certain area, moms
Right.
at this age with who like preschool kids. Now that 2,328 reach could possibly go up to 10,000 people reach. And now you're spreading joy to all of these other people
Right.
all over the United States. And so there's so much, like, I don't want you to ever say like, well, I know that's not that much compared to other people, because what was it before you started?
Yeah, 0.
We
Right.
all start at 0. We all start with, a mom or a grandma or an aunt.
Yes,
That's it. Like, I'm like, hi, mom, hi, dad. Like, I had to stop saying hi, mom, every time because then it got off to the replay.
Yeah, yes.
So I want you to just like, be like, pat yourself on the back, be proud that you're doing this. And that's the begin. Everybody has to start somewhere. And I'm just so happy for you, because not only did you start somewhere and you started doing something cool with your daughter, which, by the way, the memories of me and my daughter, she's 13 now, but all the memories of me and her doing all those road trips and paint parties across several state lines, and just, I will forever cherish that. Like,
yes.
It changes as they grow and years, things change, and it's all forever cherish that. And I know you're going to have these cute videos of you
Right.
forever. So I'm just so proud of you and so excited. And then the news picked it up. And then that
crazy, right?
You just don't know how fast things can happen. So,
right.
So you got to get out of your way. And I love what you said about that. Mandy, it's been such a pleasure. And where can people find you and add to your follows and watch you and Ava?
I'm on Color Me Happy Paint Party. And so just hop on and find us there, and you can watch us do crafts as much as we can. And she's a hoot, so you'll enjoy watching her too.
And it's called Color Me Happy?
Yes. Color Me Happy Paint Party.
Okay, so on Facebook, y'all go follow Mandy and her sweet daughter Ava, Color Me Happy Paint Party, and show them some love. And then any final thoughts before we go?
Just don't let fear grip you. Get out there. Do it.
we're going to end on that. Don't let fear grip you. That's perfect. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, it's been such a pleasure. And everybody else, let us know your biggest takeaway from this interview. And let us know maybe your next action step. What are you going to do today or this week to make something happen? And we're so excited. Thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate y'all. See you next time. Bye, guys.